Hello and welcome to It's Tomorrow News. I'm R. Sriram. Record El Niño threatens to unleash floods across East Africa and Asia. A rapidly intensifying El Niño weather pattern is threatening to bring severe flooding, disease and drought to some of the world's most vulnerable communities across East Africa and Asia, a humanitarian organization has warned. On Monday, the International Rescue Committee, the IRC, said Kenya, Uganda, Somalia, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan were among the countries most at risk, some of which have already been struggling with ongoing humanitarian emergencies. We are watching several emergencies converge at once, and the places least equipped to absorb another shock and the ones in the crosshairs, a senior official for emergencies at the IRC said. The US Climate Prediction Center said on July 9 that El Niño is strengthening rapidly with an 81% chance of becoming one of the most powerful events since 1950, likely peaking between October and December. The United Nations Weather Agency, the World Meteorological Organization, the WMO, said in early July that El Niño conditions had already developed and were forecast to strengthen rapidly between July and September. El Niño is a natural shift in Pacific Ocean temperatures that recurs every 2 to 7 years as the trade winds that normally push warm water westward weaken and the heat spreads back across the ocean. In Somalia, heavy rains have already repeatedly flooded parts of the capital Mogadishu this year. The US-funded early warning body, the Famine Early Warning Systems Network, has assessed a credible risk of famine in southern regions if flooding later this year matches 1997 or 2023, when the same El Niño Indian Ocean combination submerged farmland and displaced hundreds of thousands of people. Kenya's weather service has confirmed an 80 to 82% likelihood that El Niño will persist through the year and has activated its national disaster plan ahead of heavier October to December rains, following a drier mid-year. In Bangladesh, at least 15 Rohingya refugees have been killed and more than 10,000 displaced by landslides and flooding in the Cox's Bazar camps since early July. Pakistan faces a similar split between drought and flood, with below-average rainfall expected more broadly, even as its northern mountains risk sudden glacier melt floods. The World Bank has warned that if El Niño fully develops, rice yields could fall by a fifth to a half across the hardest-hit parts of South Asia and East Africa, where the staple underpins food security for hundreds of millions of people. This is likely to exacerbate flood shortages and affordability pressures, particularly as the US-Israel war on Iran and Tehran's retaliatory strikes appear to be escalating once again around the Strait of Hormuz, a critical choke point for global energy and fertilizer supplies. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this report, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more breaking weather news from around the world. Thanks for watching and stay safe.